before we get into this video, y'all know I can't get into it without congratulating the GWOAT Clarissa Shields for the history she just made yesterday. And y'all know it's Black History Month, so I gotta tell you that Shields became the first boxer, male or female, to win undisputed titles in 3 different weight classes. She was the first female boxer to win an undisputed heavyweight championship and the first American, male or female, to unify the heavyweight crown since 1992. She just TKO'd Perkins, and definitely congratulations for the win. Whew. Now let's get into the video. What up, y'all? Welcome to my channel. It's your girl AC the Mogul. If you're new here, thanks for clicking on this video. Like, comment, subscribe, and if you've been here, you know what up. Yeah, we doing a little something new, or it's actually a throwback. I haven't done one of these in a very long time, but it's well overdue. We're gonna review Clarissa Shields' movie, The Fire Inside. So grab y'all some popcorn, because I know I got mine. I'm down 30 pounds, so I got me some carbonated water. Grab y'all drinks. Lacrosse, if y'all seeing this, go ahead and sponsor your girl. I have my laptop here with some notes on it. I just want to make sure I give y'all a thorough review. Let's get into this video. What inspired the title, The Fire Inside, and how does it reflect Clarissa's personal and professional journey? Y'all know that I met her. If y'all haven't checked that out yet, go check out that vlog. I met your girl. I got to ask her a question and speak directly to her. What inspired the title, The Fire Inside, is very apparent. It's where she comes from, Flint, Michigan. She describes it as being a very tough place to grow up, you know, having a poverty-stricken upbringing.
I always ask questions. I'm like, what was you passionate about? When I asked my dad that, whatever my dad said he was passionate about, I was gonna do. It didn't matter. He could have said playing basketball. I would have played basketball. But when my dad said boxing, I was like, oh, okay. I was a little fighter back then too, but he didn't know.
So The Fire Inside, I think, started with those things. The poverty and the inspiration from her father, the environment that she was in, and feeling like that's just what she wanted to do. She wanted to fight. The movie stays true to Clarissa's real life challenges because it spoke on everything that we know and a lot of stuff that we didn't know. SA, or sexual assault, she struggled with. She didn't want anyone to feel pity for her.
Growing up with my mom, you know, she had an addiction, you know. She battled alcohol abuse, you know, growing up all throughout my teenage years and my children years. We didn't have a good relationship because I was abused and raped at the age of 5, you know what I'm saying? So that made me be like, dislike her, and that resulted in me getting taken away from my family. So I have 4 siblings on my mom's side: big brother Artist, me, my little sister Brianna, little brother Peanut. And I had got raped when I was 5. I moved in with my grandmother. So I didn't see them for a very long time. I stayed with my grandmother till I was 10 years old. So from 5 till 10, I was with my grandma. So that's where my old soul come from.
And then after winning the Olympics, there was a whole nother set of challenges that she faced. Being a woman in boxing, that sport, not getting pretty much no recognition. No deals, no sponsorships, no, what are those things called when you get big? She didn't get any of that.
This just ain't what I thought it would be. All these people getting these endorsements. Meanwhile, I can barely pay my mama rent.
Maybe it just take more time. I would love to represent Clarissa. Just much harder with women athletes.
It's not fair, but people expect female athletes to behave a certain way. I won that gold medal by being me. What happened to staying true to who you are?
She spoke about it in the interview that I recorded yesterday that's posted on my channel. She fights for equal pay for women. Being in that sport showed her that men and women aren't treated fairly. They're not treated the same, and it should be equal pay. The movie pretty much reflects that challenges as being a woman coming up in that male-dominated industry. Even the fight is gonna be Perkins, another woman who's only had 5 fights, because most women won't fight her. It's not a huge pool of women that box compared to the men that box. So that's also a challenge. In her triumphs, it also showed her triumphs. Obviously, she won the Olympics twice. She went and did it twice.
And when I got from the Olympics, I thought my whole life would change. I would get millions of dollars and magazine covers and all this stuff, and I got nothing. Okay? With that, I seen it was a bigger fight that I had to fight for. So I went back to the Olympics again. Now I got some endorsements, some sponsorships, and all that type of stuff. But I had to do double the work of men, because if men want to gold medal, $1 million to turn pro, they get big contracts and stuff like that, and that didn't happen. So I went pro with 2 Olympic gold medals and still didn't get the $1 million payday to turn pro. My first pro fight was for $50K. Now, if I was a man that had 2 Olympic gold medals, it would be a lot more. So I knew the fight that I was getting into.
And that's no small feat. How does Clarissa's on-screen performance or portrayal by the actor compared to her real-life personality and determination? I think Ryan did a really good job of portraying Clarissa. It was like she understood the assignment. Like, you would think that the actor actually was growing up in the hood, running to the gym by herself. It just seemed very believable. She had the attitude down packed. I will say that. I'm talking about the feistiness, the temper.
Hey, mama.
Talk to you, man.
Going to bed. I got training in the morning.
She was confident. I think she played it down to a T. I think that her real life personality is a lot more fun.
But before a show, I be living fast now. Pussy boy, you slow.
Outgoing, confident, slightly, I wouldn't say arrogant, but it's like, you know, it's giving 50 Cent vibes or like Floyd Mayweather vibes with the attitude. But I mean, she has every right to, as anybody who can beat the best, talk the best. You know what I'm saying? They back it up. What was my first impression when I met Clarissa in person? And how did that experience change or reinforce my perception of her as portrayed in the film? My first impression of Clarissa was, I was just so excited. She came to Morehouse College in Atlanta. She didn't charge for nobody to be there. I thought that was pretty dope. Like, I didn't have to pay and I can go see her. I watched her movie. I love her. I pay to watch her fights, but I don't have to pay to come into this room and turn my camera on and record her and talk to her. I thought that was pretty dope. So right off the bat, my heart was warm towards her.
Hey, girl, I love you and I'm proud of everything that you're doing. I'm glad I got to be here today, so thanks for even allowing us to show up for you.
To see another woman, especially another Black woman that comes from circumstances similar to anybody that lived in the hood, especially like me, myself, and overcame them and made something of themselves, super proud. Like, it's like you lived through that person and you can also relate to that person. So relatable, down to earth, extremely down to earth. She's not above anyone in the room. Like, she don't come off like that. How did that experience change, reinforce my perception of her? I felt closer. I felt closer to her than I did before I watched the film. I felt like now it's personal, like I'm invested. I mean, I was invested before because I would watch the games and I would watch the movie, right?
I guess what I'm trying to say is that I felt closer to her because now I've had my own personal experience with her. Before, it was watching her have experiences on TV, whether it be through the movie or through boxing or watching interviews of her interacting with other people. But this time it was different. It was personal because she was interacting with me. So how she treated little old me when I'm in front of her in the room and she has millions of subscribers or followers, but she chose to respond to my DMs and chose to listen to my music and send me a screenshot in the DM, or like the video that I created of her when she came to my event when I sent it to her in a DM. Those things let me know how she would treat me and how you treat the people that you don't think you need. So that speaks volumes on her character, as well as her keeping her word to me. She said she was going to listen to my music, but she didn't listen to it that day while I was in front of her because she was busy. But she didn't forget that I left her a DM, and she went back into the DM, listened to it, and sent me a screenshot. So the fact that she kept her word to me, listened to me, heard me, interacted with me, didn't charge me to make this content for my channel, now I'm invested in her on a whole nother level. So that's what I was trying to say. There was one moment in the movie.
I think I got emotional when I think her family didn't have food to eat, her brothers and sisters, and she went to the pawn shop and tried to sell her Olympic gold medal. So how does it inspire not only boxers, but anyone facing those challenges? You cannot help but to watch that movie and feel like if she can do it, yes, I might not be able to box, but I can get off the couch today. I could go get in the shower today. I can take a walk today. I can take care of myself today, or I can eat better today. Or, you know, she kept getting up no matter how bad her life was getting. She kept getting up, she kept working out, she kept running to the gym. So that's inspirational to anyone, not just boxers. I think that she emphasized more than anything relatability, especially for the Black community. Any community that's in poverty, but especially the Black community that's in poverty, that's coming from these inner cities like Flint, Michigan, or me, Indianapolis, Indiana. Then I moved to Buffalo, New York. Those Black people are in inner cities. So if somebody can go through such troubles and trials and tribulations and have all these things against them, you know, you can get through it. You know, you could get through this time. It's a season, it's too shall pass. I think that's the message to take away, and you can overcome. If you keep putting hard work in, you're gonna get something out of it. Like, just keep showing up. What behind the scenes moments from your vlog did you capture that illustrate the intensity and commitment required in both boxing and making a movie about it? I mean, her being there, and I'm watching them set up her boxing stadium thingy platform on a stage. You know, that in itself takes, you know, that's not her regular gym. So, like, think of it like this. How many times do we go on vacation and then be like, okay, I'll work out when I get back? You know what I'm saying? Or I'll do it later. I'll do it next time. I'm not doing it right now. I'm on vacation, or I'm out of town, so I've been eating crazy. You know, how many times do we slack off because our routine might have changed for a second? This girl came into Atlanta, goes other places, goes to different places, still showed up, you know, in her hoodie, did an interview, went backstage, changed into her workout gear, did a whole workout in front of us for her to prepare as she's got a fight coming up, did a whole workout for the crowd, in front of the crowd, took pictures, videos, left, flew out, and is in Flint about the fight. If that don't show you commitment, then I don't know what does. So just me being able to be there to film her in that environment and taking care of herself the way she's doing, watching her on YouTube, and she's making healthy meals and she's eating right. You know, same thing in the movie. No matter what happens, like, for me, food has been my comfort, you know, in my life. Food has been the thing that I would go to. So to see somebody go through all those things and beat their body down in the best way and stay in shape and eat healthy, it's inspiring. Can you share any anecdotes from your experience with the film crew from your personal interactions with Clarissa that add extra layers to the movie review? The interaction where she's cracking up laughing to, or like, you know, I think that caught her off guard for me to bring up rap, and she's there for boxing, right? She's not a rapper, as she states. So for me to bring that up, I think it completely threw her off guard. And it also let her, you know, take her mind off boxing for a second. I know you be rapping. I put my foot up in your asshole both ways. I just say it, yeah. She sent me a screenshot that she basically either played or listened to my music. You know, that made me feel like, don't give up. You know, to keep going, like somebody, like I felt seen, I felt heard, I felt, you know, appreciated and valued for that. Like she could have just looked at it like, I'm not checking this girl's stuff. I got 1 million followers. I got millions of dollars. I'm a big time boxer. You know, she didn't do that. So I think that adds extra layers. I posted my vlog on the channel, on my channel, the vlog of, you know, her media workout here at Morehouse. And I sent it to her in her DM and she liked it. She hearted it. Like, it's stuff like that that makes you feel that much more love for a person. Because you know that they don't have to even acknowledge you. So I think that adds extra layers to the movie review. For me, it's not just me on the outside talking about somebody that I don't know. Now, clearly I don't completely know her, right? I don't know everything about her. I'm not her best friend, like, right? I've watched her cry on interviews about, you know, her family. I've watched the stuff on the movie what her family went through, and then got to, you know, witness her in person, seeing her personality. I don't know, all that adds extra layers for me. So this movie review is not just coming from a person on the outside, like, oh yeah, let's do a movie review, I seen the movie. It's a little bit deeper, it's a little bit more personal. So anybody who can acknowledge my music, especially somebody that's, you know, got some stardom and some fame, they don't have to pay me no mind. She got to my heart in that way. So it's more personal for me. I think this movie will impact the future of women's boxing because she's the only woman who's ever had a movie out about her. And she's young, she's in her prime, she's about to turn 30 and she's doing it big. A lot of women are inspiring to be like her. She's changed the game in a lot of ways. She's bringing a lot of attention to the sport of women boxing. A lot of girls that's looking up to her right now. I've even seen that with my own eyes. At Morehouse, there was a female boxer there that looked like she was almost in tears to have an interaction with Clarissa. So I'm sure she's impacting that sport, and the movie for sure just adds that extra personal layer of relatability. What conversations do you hope this film sparks among fans, aspiring athletes, and critics alike? The same thing that I'm telling you that I feel. The fact that I'm even doing this review and posting the video after being off YouTube for almost 2 years, a year, and now I'm starting to be consistent. I've decided to lose 30 pounds and actually been sticking with it. You know, it doesn't have to be big. You don't have to, I'm rapping. I made a separate music channel to do my raps and put my music out there. I'm starting with what I have and I'm showing up for myself. You know, so we can have the fire inside and we don't have to be major, right? We don't have to be famous in order for it to count. Just showing up for ourselves in those ways, no matter what it is that we go through, taking care of ourselves. I hope that it inspires that within each of us. And I believe that it will. It's a spark. It only takes a spark to hit that fire inside. How did the energy and emotion you witnessed during your personal encounter with Clarissa compare to what the film tried to capture? It was pretty much better than I expected. It gave me overcomer vibes. Like, look, I did this. I overcame this. I overcame all the things that tried to take me out. And look, I didn't give up. I'm not even retired. I'm still going. I get $1 million paydays and I'm still going. The fire is still inside. You know, most times when people get movies out about them, it's because they're passing away or they're old and they're about to pass away, unfortunately. But this is somebody that's in her prime. You know, she still has that fire. She's getting money and still like, come on, what's up? You know, so that energy and personal encounter, that's who she was in that movie. It didn't change. She still is that little girl that's like passionate about fighting, excited to fight no matter what's happening in her life, and she's showing up for herself. And I love that. I love that for her. I love that for me being able to witness. Did she share any insights on how she channels the fire inside, both in the ring and in her everyday life? Yes, she mentioned feeling like boxing was the only thing that loved her back in a way that she hadn't experienced from any human. no matter, and I could relate to that in a way, in that no matter how much she pours into the sport of boxing, she's winning because she's pouring into it. The results are showing. Her body is showing. Her muscles is showing. The wins, the undisputed, the medals, the fame, everything that she has, the success is showing because of the dedication, the hard work, the consistency, the persistence, her belief in herself, her belief in God. All those things is because she keeps showing up for herself. And in the ring and in her everyday life. That was the insight. But she said she hadn't had that experience with humans. And I said I could relate to that because think about it. For me, in my experience, there's been times where I've had relationships, whether intimate or personal friendships, where you pour so much into a person. And you pour and you pour and you try. No matter how hard you try, a person will still walk away from you. Or they will still treat you poorly. Or, but if you put that work into the gym, your body is going to transform. I lost 30 pounds. No matter, it might get hard sometimes, but if you keep showing up, you're going to see the results. So I thought that was so deep because you may not experience that with human form, with another human life. You could put a lot into a person, but if they don't want to be there, they don't want to be there. Or if they want to treat you poorly, they're going to treat you poorly. So that was a deep insight. That was a deep insight to hear and to relate to. And it's also inspiring and encouraging because I still got goals. I keep showing up on this YouTube channel and staying up late nights, editing footage, recording. Sometimes I'm editing for the entire day from 3 o'clock in the afternoon until past midnight, right? Editing is very tedious. Recording videos over and over again, right? But you put the work in, but guess what's happening? I put that work in for that blog. I showed up, I went there, I recorded, I asked the questions, I, did the editing, no matter if I went to sleep at 2, 3 in the morning when I did the editing for the Clarissa's media workout blog. But guess what? In less than 48 hours, that video is the most successful video on my channel within the last 2 years. So it pays off. The hard work pays off. So that's what I would say. Like, that's somebody that I feel like I love her. Because of the way that I feel by witnessing her story and her journey and all that she's come through, overcame, and still got that fire. She still got that dog. Like, what up? So yeah, that's the end of this review, you guys. Would I say check the movie out? Hell yeah. Hell yeah, check it out. Like, why wouldn't you check it out? You crazy if you don't check it out. If you like being motivated, check it out. If you came from a poverty situation, check it out. If you overcame, check it out. If you want to overcome, check it out. If you're going through anything that is challenging for you, check it out. The movie's on Amazon. It was in the movie theaters. I'm not sure that it's there anymore. It's on YouTube. You can purchase the movie. I've seen it on Amazon and YouTube. I'm sure there's other platforms there to purchase it there as well. But thank you all for watching this video. Thank you so much. I hope y'all enjoyed. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. How has Clarissa and witnessing her journey helped you, encouraged you? Or is there anybody in sports or anybody actually that you feel inspires, encourages you, uplifts you? Leave it in the comments and let me know what y'all think about this video. Peace out.